right, guys, so it's the next day, and last night I filmed only a little 10-second clip, but Cam and I got the wing light working for the Celica. I'll play that clip now. Okay, go. Oh, I'm so excited now. That's awesome.
Electricity.
So that is really, really exciting that that light still works, because that light, when it was on Ryan's Celica, the purple one that you guys have seen, if you've really watched the channel, you've seen that car in one video, and it's never actually run on the channel. It's always had a blown head gasket. But that wing light probably hasn't been on in like, well, I've had it on the car for 2 years, and then Ryan, God knows, that wing light might not have been on in like 10 years. So I'm amazed that it actually still works. So now we're gonna at least go ahead with trying to wire it into the car. Simon's here today. You've seen him in this video. And what did we just do?
We bought, bolt like fitter for the new bolt for the Celica suspension.
Yeah, so the upper control arm mount in the rear of the Celica, it snapped on my way out. That's what it looks like right here. And then the other little bolt head that would go right here. So what we did is I took this to Bolts Plus in Peterborough and got a bunch of these new bolts and hardware to fit. And then there's a metal tube. Let me see. Oh, another DTS. Look at this. White DTS gang. He had no idea we were in the white DTS club together. But see this little piece of tubing on the outside of that bolt, and that's where the suspension sits and kind of distributes the load from the rubber mount into the bolt, because you can't just slot a bolt on its own through there. So Simon and I went to Bolts Plus, and they said, well, try like the plumbing section or the hardware section of like a Home Depot or Home Hardware. So we went, measured the bolts, and found these match. I don't even know what they are. They're 3/8 by 2 inch.
They're like some like plumbing equipment.
Yeah, some sort of plumbing fitment. Now, it's not on the car. I have no idea if it's going to work, but the bolt fits through, like the bolts we bought fits through the orifice here. So fingers crossed that's gonna work. It might be a little bit redneck if it does work, but I mean, hey, if it's stupid and it works.
It works.
So we're gonna go back to the house. Simon's gonna disappear probably, although he will, you know, probably pop in and out. And I'm gonna go try and put the driver's side rear suspension back together, and then we can start on the passenger side. All right, guys, so we're back at the house. We've got the strut. It's bolted in up here. I just got the bolt threaded through the bottom of the strut. I don't know if you can see it right there. So I'm gonna put the nut on this, tighten this down. Then we're gonna do the brakes. Oh, we have to reattach this with the bolts that Simon and I bought at Canadian Tire, so we have to see if that works. Reattach this, I think this is lower control arm, lower A arm. Reattach this because I dropped that because this didn't work. And then do the brakes, then put this whole side back down on the ground, then move the car over so I can do the other side, and then do it all over again, and fingers crossed. Okay, guys, so now this is the part where this is the broken suspension mount that went right in. It slid in there. So what I did was Simon and I found these little, no idea what they're for, not suspension, but that's black steel pipe nipple, so hopefully this isn't too dangerous. And then we're gonna put that in the mount like so, just like this, and put it down in here, and then that'll do for now. I'll get new lower control arms or upper control arms at some point for this car, but it's already costing me quite a bit of money. So I'm gonna try and put this together now, and then I'll let you guys know how this turns out. And then about, I don't know how much time later, but we got a light. Oh, that light went out. There we go. We got the bottom bolt in there. We've got the upper control arm bolt in, and I'm not overly proud of that, but it'll work. probably have to replace that though. Then right here, right there, the lower A-arm, or the A-arm's bolted back in. The bolts here in the trunk are bolted back in. The bottom of the strut's bolted back in. It's quite terrifying what you have to do to get the rear struts of the Celica out. So now we're gonna do the brakes, quickly put the brakes on this side, and then move on to that side. All right, guys, so dilemma. I just saw on Instagram, I just found this out at 3 o'clock, it's about 4 o'clock now, that Strada was supposed to be on Friday the 28th at 3 p.m. So I thought I'll have ample time to get this whole mess taken care of. But now they've moved it up to Thursday. Go away. So if we weren't short on time already to get this thing done, we are extremely pressed for time now. The bumper still needs to go back on the front. The wing still needs to go back on. It needs to be wired up for the light. The nameplate needs to go on. The rear suspension needs to go back on. The loud exhaust, the NVIDIA exhaust needs to go back on. And I don't know. It's probably gonna be a lot of montages and time lapse to get to the end of this, but hopefully the video after this, or one after this, will be a Celica at Strada. So the last couple videos were me getting the Celica ready to go to Strada, which is tonight, and well, Sean's here, and Sean, you want to tell them what happened?
Sums it up pretty well.